Hi everyone, I'm back in the kitchen and today we are making a bear's favourite fish, salmon. So today we are doing glazed salmon with soy butter potatoes. I'm hoping it's nice. Let's get going. So for today's recipe you're going to need some potatoes, some salmon, baby cucumber, some leeks, some baby gem salad mix, some sriracha, some ketchup mayonnaise, some mayonnaise, and a mixture of Thai spices included coriander, galganak, green peppercorns, chili powder, roasted garlic granules, lime powder, basil, lemongrass, salt. All this has been ground down and put into a powder. What you're going to want to do first is sort out your potatoes. Now I'm just using salad potatoes, so just cut them in half. If you get a bigger one, cut them into thirds. Now these are going to be boiled for about 10 minutes and then put into the air fryer for about 15, and then back into a pan for another 10 with the garlic, butter and soy. Now you can have more potatoes or less potatoes, it's up to you. But there's only 2 of us, so we might as well just make a few potatoes and have some spare to eat later. Now these have already been washed and dried, and that's your potatoes. Then what you're going to need to do is find your leek. Cut the outside of the leek off and get rid of the dirty leaves. I always find it's always the first or second. You just want to top your leek, get rid of that bit, and just cut decent chunks into your leek. Now always make sure you get deep, because if you don't, then you're left with a leaf that will keep everything attached, which I think I might have done there. Nope, that's fine. Cool. Now I'll only take it down to the white part. I always leave the end and just pop these into a little tub. Now you will need to wash these afterwards, so again, just take your knife in, down and all the way to the top. Get rid of the first 2 because they are always the dirty ones. Get rid of the top and just cut chunks. This will be part of your salad later on, but you can also just boil these and put some butter in them, garlic and butter, and then they will end up amazing. Now these have been cut. Now they will have some dirt in the middle of them, so you're going to want to wash them. I did forget to say that you would need some spring onion as well, so apologies for that. So once you've got your spring onion, you just need to chop it up, so you can just get rid of the outside layer again. Get rid of the straggly ends. Now the hissing that you can hear, that is my pan being turned on. That has got the potatoes in there, which I'll show you in a few moments' time. Now people normally salt the water. I don't. I salt the potatoes at the end, only because if you salt the water, you always need to add more salt than what is needed to actually flavour it. So if you just flavour it at the end, you can control how much salt you actually add. Now I've missed 1 spring onion there. Let's just cut that one up so it can join the rest of them. and that can go in a bowl for later. Now, if you've seen my last videos, you know that I always like to use fresh garlic, but I've had a very long week at work and it is about 7 p.m. on a Friday night and I can't be arsed crushing garlic. So I'm using shop bought, frozen, pre-made garlic. It's just as good, it's just frozen, not fresh. But it's actually not too bad. I get the frozen one and it's actually really good. Once your potatoes have cooked for about 10 minutes in some hot water, you want to drain them and then transfer them over to your air fryer. Now, this is where I would normally flavour them. So throw some oil on there. A bit of salt. Some pepper. Give them a bit of a shake. Or as some of my friends say, give them a shake. And stick them in the air fryer for about 15 minutes on 190. In the pan that you're going to put your potatoes in later on, what you'll need is a very small amount of oil. You're basically going to create a mini salad for the hot potatoes to go into, which will include the soy and the butter. So once it's warmed up, add your spring onion. Using your Bare Appetit spoon. Just let them cook for a few moments while you get the rest of the ingredients, the butter. Once these have been cooking for a moment, remember the leeks that we made before? You just want to put them in there as well. Give that a bit of a stir. And you leave this to cook for about 5 minutes. Once your spring onion and leek has wilted down, this is where you would add some butter. And turn your heat down a bit as well. Mix that in. Add your soy. Now you can add a bit more than what I've added. Just a smidge more. Add your garlic now. People always overcook garlic, so just be careful with it. Just add a bulb or two, clove or two. A bulb of garlic would be lovely, but I think it would be a bit too overpowering for this. Now give that about a minute just to amalgamate and just soften the garlic a little. Because in a moment, your lovely golden potatoes will be going in. Stick all your potatoes in the pan. And just toss them through the soy and butter mix. and leave them to cool. Take them off the heat, leave them to cool on the side where you get the salmon sorted. So a lot of people are scared to cook salmon, and I understand it, because salmon, it can be a difficult fish to cook. But the secret to doing it, first of all, make sure that all your bones are out. I always check my fillets just in case, because you never know. Yeah, they're sorted. Grab a kitchen paper and just dab it. If you dry your salmon, you find it cooks a lot easier. You might go through a lot of kitchen paper, but trust me, it's worth it. Now just dry the front bit. And just pat it. You don't need it bone dry, you just need it drier. And then flip it. Now we will be cooking this with skin on. Just dry the skin aside too. Gently score with a knife. You don't have to go too deep, just gently score it. Now we do this because when you add heat to the skin, sometimes it shrinks up, and if you score it, it just gives it that little bit extra wiggle room. So we are going to be doing skin side down to begin with, so we want to flavour that bit last. Just flip it back over to the meaty side, and you might find that it's wet again. If it is, dab it again. And please always make sure that once you've handled raw fish or any raw meat, please wash your hands, as I'm going to be doing now. Okay, and this is where we flavour the fish. We are adding that Thai spice from earlier on. Now we don't want too much Thai spice, we just want enough just to lightly coat it. You can use any spice for this. You can just use like lemongrass, you can use chili, just plain salt and pepper, anything that you want to help flavour your fish. And now it's time to cook the salmon. So you just want a small drizzle of oil in your pan and let that warm up. Now when you feel that your pan is hot enough, and that certainly is, your oil will be much more liquidy. So skin side down, just lay your fish. If you can hear the sizzle, it's hot enough. Am I going to have enough room to put all of mine in? Yes, I am. Now, skin side down, the secret is to make your skin crispy. Once it's down, don't touch it. Leave it there for about 3 to 4 minutes, then come back and then flip it. Finishing touches with your potatoes. As they've cooled down, you want to add your sriracha. You can either add more or less depending on if you like spice or not. And some mayonnaise. This is why you need to let it cool down, because if you add your mayonnaise to a hot pan, it will curdle. And nobody wants that. Just mix that in. And there you have your soy butter potatoes with sriracha and mayo. And now it's time to flip your fish. This is the only time you should touch it, or fail to flip it in my case. Do you reckon I can flip all three? Yeah! Just separate them up. And you want them to cook for about 2 minutes on your skin side. And at this point, when it is almost ready, if you choose to, as I am choosing to do, you add a little bit of butter to the pan. Just a small amount. And just let that soak into the bottom of the fish. Okay, so for the last minute of cooking, this is where you want to add your Thai ketchup mayonnaise. And just add it straight to the butter. Just to finish off that cooking process. So grab your plate. Let's give your potatoes a new stir. And pop some on. Now we have decided not to add the baby leaf lettuce to this. You can, as we've decided not to for today. Grab your freshly cooked salmon. Please be careful with the pan. And there we have glazed salmon and soy butter potatoes. Now it's time for the taste test. So we'll start off with the potatoes. Oh, they're good. And let's go for the salmon. That's nice. So that's a wrap on the glazed salmon and honey butter potatoes, and they went down a treat. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Ryan would also give it a 9 out of 10. It was lush. The plates were empty within 5 minutes. So if you do like what you see, please keep viewing me. Give that like button a smash. Give us a share, give us a comment, and also subscribe. It would really help the channel out. Plus, the competition is still open until the 10th of July to name the bear. We've had some amazing entrants so far, and honestly, it's going to be difficult to pick a winner, but we'll get there. So, thank you once again, and see you on the next one. Bye. Hi everyone, I'm back in the kitchen, and today we are making a bear's favourite fish, salmon. So today we are doing glazed salmon with soy butter potatoes. I'm hoping it's nice. Let's get going.